My life before Jesus was a mess. I come from a broken home. My family was separated. We were torn, me and my brother and sisters, from home to home. So our faith was never really strong in my house. My dad was sick all my life growing up. Our family just kind of drifted apart till pretty much there was no more family. When my dad passed, left me at a very vulnerable state in my life because he was my best friend and probably the closest person I had to me at the time. Moved away from home, still no kind of love, still no kind of really certainty about my life. Like I just felt incomplete. I had children, my marriage failed because there was nothing holding us together. When me and my husband separated, he took the kids and it crushed me. I was a mom, I was a full-time mom. PTA, I did everything with my kids, so what do you do when your whole life is gone? I was working full-time job, I was doing really good, and I ended up meeting this guy who was gonna give me the world. His world ended up being a whole lot different than mine. I was led into a world that no woman should ever have to go into. I was forced into human trafficking, and I was trafficked by the same man for 10 years in the city of Jacksonville. There was a lot of abuse during that time, a lot of things that I didn't want to see that nobody should ever have to go through. I was forced away from my family, away from my children, out of fear of what could possibly happen to them. For several years, this amazing guy I know, just happens to be a federal investigator, harassed me over and over and over again. Little did I know this man was going to be what saved my life. I was rescued from a hotel 2 years ago. I was taken from the hotel and something just came over me, and it was just that feeling like now's the time. And when you're just tired of being tired, you go with that now feeling. I started to feel this calling. I started to feel my strength coming back, and I started to feel like more of me. And then I realized that it wasn't really much of me at all. My faith was gone. Like I had no faith. So I didn't know where these feelings were coming from, but they were there and I couldn't ignore it. It's like it was impossible to ignore these emotions that I was going through. To have gone through such a horrible time for so long and to be in such a bottom place in life and still feel overwhelmed with joy and just comfort and peace in my heart, it was unexplainable. So I knew it was Jesus. Like it had to be him. He was there. I sat down in the jail cell, one of the lowest places you could possibly be. I sat down on my bed that night and I picked up this little small Bible and I started reading. And I didn't even know what I was reading. I had no clue, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down. And I felt free. I finally felt free. Today I have a great job. I'm able to advocate for women, and I'm able to talk about what I went through to help other women come out because I have Jesus. I don't think any woman could get through anything like that if they didn't have God. I was saved in the Jacksonville jailhouse. I said the prayer that I had heard over and over again throughout the years of childhood and growing, just never even knowing who Jesus was, but I had heard that prayer several times. And I just remember sitting there just saying, please forgive me, and just kind of talking and just telling him, I'm going to trust in you now. I'm going to believe in you now.